Hello, my name is Brintha Enestvedt, and I'm a gastroenterologist at Oregon Health Science University. I will be discussing our recent manuscript entitled Increase in Female Faculty in ASGE-Sponsored Programming Over Time. My co-authors are Rebecca DeVivo, previously at ASGE, Colleen Schmidt of Galen Medical Group, and Audrey Calderwood of Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center. Our manuscript explores gender representation in those who serve as faculty or directors of ASGE-sponsored programming, such as the first-year fellows course, hands-on training courses, and weekend educational interactive courses. The main findings of our study were: of the 2,000 faculty positions in ASGE-sponsored programs between 2009 and 2014, women comprised 19% of the faculty overall. There was a steady and statistically significant rise in the proportion of females that served as course faculty over the time period. In fact, in 2009, they comprised 15% of the faculty, and this rose to 22% by 2014. Women comprised 25% of the course director role and 18% of the lecturer role. And as a frame of reference, during this time period, 15% of ASG members were women. So in every year of the study, the proportion of female faculty in these programs exceeded the female proportion in the general membership of the ASGE. This was the first study to examine gender representation in GI National Society sponsored programming. So you might say, who cares? Why does this really matter? And why did this get printed? Well, this study adds to the growing body of literature on gender gaps in gastroenterology and in medicine in general. Current medical schools matriculate 50% women. However, as we progress through training and we look at professional metrics such as academic rank, research productivity, salaries, and representation in leadership positions, we are seeing a significant gender gap. The reasons for this are clearly multifactorial, and I don't believe that any one study will sufficiently answer this question. The findings within this study are clearly encouraging. We see a steady trend in increasing representation of women in lecturer and directorships for these ASGE-sponsored programs, some of which offer high professional exposure for these individuals, a component vital to promotion. These results may reflect the availability of diverse ASGE programming, exposure for women members to other female mentors within the ASGE, and a general increased national focus on successful early career mentoring efforts for women. Our same group in 2016, led by Dr. Calderwood, previously showed a positive trend in ASGE committee appointments among women that exceeds the proportion of female ASGE memberships. In fact, women applicants were 2.5 times more likely to be appointed to a committee than their male counterparts. Dr. Calderwood's study, as well as our current study, potentially demonstrates the ASGE's commitment to diversity in its committees and to improving the gender representation of women in its available leadership roles. Gender equity is a timely issue, as we are starting to identify and learn from inequalities that exist in opportunity, recognition, and promotion of female gastroenterologists. The study provides a basis for our understanding of the current gender landscape in GI. In my opinion, a significant component of gender equity is an unconscious bias. Therefore, directing strategic efforts to changing the landscape is very difficult. It seems to me that a potential solution involves making conscious decisions on committee and leadership assignments in an effort to diversify the representation in these roles. Therefore, recognizing that an unconscious bias exists against women is the very first step, and then creating a system that consciously addresses these gaps may allow us to make some headway in this arena. The data from this study are promising, suggesting that specialty societies, specifically the ASGE, are making efforts to improve female representation at the national level. We hope that the study will inspire further research into whether these kinds of opportunities translate into leadership positions for women within their own institution or leads to promotion over time. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss my manuscript, and I do hope it will prompt you to read it in full.